Pressing my palms flat to the cold, wet floor, I urged my body to its feet. A timid ray of summer sun forged a path through the darkness, a sapling root bursting into each stream, sheen, puddle, illuminating the water. It's strange, isn't it? I felt her turn to me in the pitch. How we all both think ourselves unknowable, shrouded, unique beings, impenetrable to others. Taking her hand, I assumed to meet her gaze and made believe holding it. And at the same time, we imagine we know others, well and truly. Both cannot be true, no. So what is it? Do we know no one? Or are we simply far less complex than we like to think? A real head scratcher, indeed. Here we go. So my name's Isaac Ramsey. I'm 26 years old. I'm from North Wales. And I'm a writer. So this YouTube is primarily going to focus on that writing. What else is there to say? So the book's called Across the Pond, Down the Road and Under the Bus. I kind of like romanticize it as the Hitchhiker's Manifesto. When I was like 20, so back in 2018, I hitchhiked from LA to New York, 4,500 miles. All of the travel was on my thermal freight. I actually spent some time on a commune that was on a Vice documentary. So we look into that a little bit as well. Tried to make each chapter its own kind of short story, because obviously it's not like a fiction. It's not like where you weave these narratives and pull them all together at the end. Like, it was just what I was doing. So when I was writing it, I was like, okay, it might not feel as conclusive as sometimes a fiction does. So in that vein, I was like, okay, right, I want to make each chapter its own little tale. So I've explained on my TikTok already, but how it's going to work is I'm going to read the first 13 chapters on YouTube for free. And then I'm going to have like 6 or 7 podcasty type things where I take people from the first half of the book, ask them, where were you before you met me? What was your version of events? What happened after I left you? And kind of flesh out those side characters, for want of a better word. They're real people. And then the second half of the book is all going to be on Patreon. It's going to be about £5 or £6 a month. And now I'm going to read the second half of the book again, chapter by chapter, bring on people from the second half of the book as podcasts, and then continue onward. And then when it comes to actually releasing the book, anyone who subscribed to the Patreon for any length of time is going to get the whole thing as an audiobook, and the whole thing as a PDF, and they're going to have their name put in the special mention. Those of you who know me, I've been hitchhiking since I was like 16. If you're thinking about traveling the United States, if you're thinking about getting into hitchhiking, or thinking about getting into freight hopping, or free fooding, or Spanging, or any of that sort of thing, we explore some of the cultural underbelly of the United States as well, which is quite fun. Yeah, I met a group of people called the Rainbow Family, but no one knew about them. Like, I was traveling around, I was like, "Dad, have you heard of the Rainbow Gathering? Have you heard of the Rainbow Family?" No one. So it's just like this weird secret sub-society that exists beneath this capitalist bullshit. America gets a really bad reputation, especially from the Brits, for being fat and lazy and racist. Admittedly, I'm a white man. Maybe I wasn't the sort of person who's going to experience that side of America. But I looked for it, and I'm a pretty good judge of character. And honestly, it's not like what they say it is. It's actually a really lovely place. And the most amazing thing about America is on one passport, like without even leaving the country, these people can go from desert to tundra to forest to swampland to mountain. If you want to go and see everything and only have to get one visa, the landscape alone in America is fucking second to none, man. Obviously, I haven't done the Annapurna circuit yet and stuff like that, and I'm sure I'm going to eat my words. For variety, does a pretty good job. So there's a little idea of how I write. If you like that, then subscribe, like, share. Have a lovely week.
I actually butchered that. What a I'll get better at video editing and recording. So starting next week and for the next foreseeable weeks, I'm gonna be reading my book here on YouTube. I lost the trail a bit. I thought I'd just come back and recap without setting up all that. But yeah, first 13 chapters for free coming up starting next week.
See you on Sunday.